The Pelicans don't have to make the playoffs. Zion doesn't have to average 20 points a game. The games will be nationally televised constantly. He will lead this show constantly. He is an NBA superstar today.
S.A., this is a rarity because you know I never agree with Max. But I really have to here because I don't even think the basketball part has anything to even do with it. It's social media. That's like saying LeBron James wasn't a superstar when he first entered the league, but LeBron James, because he was, but he didn't have social media. Do you know who the most viewed athlete on the planet was last year? Zion Williamson. Do you know what he did for these TV networks and these ratings? Duke averaged 2.13 million viewers per game because of Zion Williamson. Now, I know the Pelicans had Anthony Davis last year, but I'm telling you right now, their games will be, every other game for the Pelicans will be on TV now because of Zion Williamson. The reason you watched the draft last night was because of Zion Williamson. And I will say this as well. Did you see the white suit last night? Do you think there's a little bit of this play here that he wore the 2019 version of the all-white suit that LeBron James wore back in 2004 when he got drafted? There's something there along the way that plays into it.
I got to say, that is one of my favorite draft looks, NBA or NFL, in a long time. It was clean. It was simple. I liked he had the little gold cross, the gold roll.
Molly, can
I'm just saying, whether he plans it or not, people are going to run away with that conclusion.
It's going to end the conversation right now. I hate to end the debate a couple minutes early, Stephen A., but I got you right now. Ready? Let me see Stephen A. on that screen. Hold on a second. I want to see. There he is. You taking any extra trips to New Orleans this year, brother?
Probably not.
Oh, no?
Oh, S.A.
Okay.
Number one.
We're going to be seeing you coming right from the Smoothie King Arena or whatever they call it down there.
Well, I don't mind because they've got some of the best restaurants in the world in New Orleans. Make no mistake about it. But here's the reality of the situation. Jay Williams, we talked yesterday, and I made the case about Zion being box office or what have you. So when the question was posed, I'm asking the question. In other words, excuse me, I'm not thinking box office because that's automatic. We know how popular he is. And when it comes to social media popularity, forgive me if I believe I've got an upper hand on most people in this business, okay? The point that I'm trying to make is that we got that part. I'm saying, as a basketball player, you got to go out there and prove it. I thought we were debating the assumption that based on what we've seen in college, this is what Zion is going to be from day one. When LeBron James came into the NBA, we saw him against the Sacramento Kings opening night in 2003 and said, damn, oh yeah, this ain't the high school dude anymore. This is legit. But we waited until then. He was on the cover of Sports Illustrated. He was the chosen one. We knew the projections. We knew what the prognosticators were saying. But we waited. We had Dick Vitale calling a high school game for crying out loud. But then we waited until we saw him on the NBA court, looked at what we saw and said, damn, it's real.
Hold on.
And all I'm saying is that's what I'm going to be looking for. At least opening night. It's real. I'm looking for that opening night.
I was hosting Around the Horn at the time. He led our show every day in high school. He led it as soon as he turned pro. He was a superstar before he ever played a game. He was a superstar in his first game. And do you think 280 with those fast twitchies, 280 in the NBA cares about the fact that someone has a mortgage on the court with him? It don't care.
We're getting into the nuances of what basketball is, skill sets. I agree with you. Skill sets, I agree with you. His skill set still needs a lot of work in order for him to be on the level. Like, how many players are we really calling superstars in the NBA from a skill set perspective? Well, we have 6, 7. So are we putting him in that category? No, not yet.
Of course not.
And I'm saying that opening night, when LeBron James was on an NBA court, we saw from a skill set perspective when he dropped 25 in his first NBA game against the Sacramento Kings. We watched that game from start to finish. What you're talking about, Max, is popularity, box office appeal. Nobody's debating that about any of that.
So you're saying LeBron James was a superstar in the NBA as a rookie, right? That's what you're saying?
Yes, but I'm not saying that Zion won't be. I'm saying, unlike you, I want to see opening night.
Right now.
I want to see him on an NBA court. That's all I'm saying.
To Stephen A.'s point, I did think you become an NBA superstar by acquiring awards and how you show up in the playoffs, not just by being drafted #1 overall.
What did LeBron do in the playoffs as a 19-year-old rookie?
What did he do?
I don't believe he should. Did they make the playoffs his rookie year? I do not believe
I'm not
they
sure.
made the playoffs his
I'm
rookie
not
year.
gonna speak on
he
it.
averaged
I'm not
21, 6, and a little under 6 and 6. Is that a superstar? Is that an all-star? That's an all-star. It's not a superstar.
Yeah.
That's like he was an excellent player.
Could you do me a favor? Could you try not to annoy us by being disingenuous? Stick to the debate point. The point is, nobody's debating the box office. We're asking the question on his skill set. Before he ever plays an NBA game, are you a superstar? I'm saying I want to see him play
Stephen A,
against Memphis.
Hold on. I'm sticking to the point. You are comparing him to LeBron, saying LeBron was a superstar as a rookie. You got to make the playoffs as a superstar? Is 21, 6, and 6 a superstar?
I didn't say you did.
But you're calling LeBron a superstar.
I did not say you had to make the playoffs.
But you said he was a superstar.
Here's where I think the conflation is going to occur.
You don't listen.
Okay?
It's a waste of time talking basketball.
I'm with you, Stephen. Because
they should pay me extra for having to talk basketball with you. They really should.
How come I always win the debate?
Yeah.
They really should. You don't win. You don't win. Because you take 6 different sides.
Someone tell me what's happening.
I would win a debate, too, if I took 6 different sides.
Let's count the superstars. LeBron James,
Kobe.
Kevin Durant.
Kevin Durant.
No, that are currently
Kevin
playing.
Durant.
Steph Curry.
Giannis.
Kawhi Leonard. Giannis.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else? Is there anyone else we're missing?
But my point is, if
He's
you
not
could argue,
that. We're saying Zion's not that.
Of course not. But neither was LeBron as a rookie, and Stephen A. says that was a superstar.
Okay, so you're saying that's where you got Stephen A. with LeBron.
Can I say something? I think this is where the conflation is going to...
In other words, you don't have to be as good as the MVPs in your rookie season.
Too annoyed to respond.
This is where the conflation is going to happen with the word superstar. This kid is going to average probably 20 and 12 because he has a relentless pursuit of the way he plays. But Molly, the way he's going to get his buckets aren't going to be the same as the top 6, top 7 in the league. He's not an ISO type guy. He's going to get rim runs. He's going to get transition, dunks, things of that sort.
He can be an MVP.
You're not going to say, go give me a game-winning bucket and go ISO and make a fadeaway shot. That's not his skill set.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.